Starting off the season slowly, you go game by game, then you jump into a tournament format and had 3 games in 4 days. How did it feel to play in that type of an atmosphere?
It felt good. You know, we've been practicing real hard, getting ready for it day by day. We just didn't know it. Buzz was putting us through a lot of Xavier's things and Michigan things, but we didn't know none of the sets at the time. So he was getting us prepared slowly.
So you got NC State coming in, obviously a hometown school for you. Does this game have any added significance?
No, it doesn't add no significance for me. It's just another game, you know. It will be fun playing against a home team, but it's just another game for us.
Did you grow up wanting to play for that team?
Not really. I wanted to really be outside the town, but it was always a big fan. My parents and family, and most of the kids around me always talked about going to NC State and stuff.
So you grew up watching them
yeah,
and everything?
Yeah, I grew up watching them a lot.
Okay. As far as your role right now, you know, you're in a starting lineup, played well down in Orlando. Do you feel like things are really starting to kind of come together for you?
Yes, as far as playing wise, and I'm still learning a lot as far as our defensive principles and learning where I should be on offense and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm still getting better at some things I still need to learn and get a lot more efficient at.
You guys are still adjusting to the loss of Chris. Do you think you're finally starting to get a feel of where guys are playing, what the rotation is going to be?
Yeah, the loss of Chris, you know, it hurt us a lot because he was a really only big man that was playing. But we have to adjust. You know, we have to make a lot of new rotations. A lot of guys will have to step in and play.
Being new here, your first few games at Marquette, kind of empty stands, not big opponents. This one should be close to a full house. How excited are you to play in front of that type of a crowd?
I'm excited, real excited. You know, it's going to be a big atmosphere for us playing another ACC school. You know, they're going to be ready, they're going to be up, and knowing that we lost to one of their ACC opponents, so they're going to be ready to play.
What can you tell us about NC State?
Good team, you know. We got to go out and fight, do everything that we've been doing in practice. Play together as a team, not a lot of turnovers, take good shots, just play Marquette basketball and do what we do.
Has Buzz gone through what they do a lot yet, or have you not really found that much out about him yet?
I think we'll start really getting in depth of what they do today. We've, done stuff that they do day to day, like yesterday we really started. We got a lot more to learn, obviously. We got to pick up our defensive standpoint because they do a lot of different things. A lot of basic things that a lot of other teams don't do, but it's a lot of things that we have to get ready for and know the action that's coming.
A lot of new guys in the teams. It's been sporadic so far early on. I don't want to call them cupcakes, but the early teams. Now that it's in the heart of the schedule with North Carolina State and the tournament you were just in, how does that change things for you guys?
I don't really think it changes a lot because night in and night out we come out and we play our best. We try to do everything that we do to the fullest. If there's defense or on the offensive end, and no matter what the opponent is, we just try to do what we do better and try to perfect all the little things that we need to do. And we do the same thing every day in practice, so we just carry that over into the game. No matter what names on the opposing jersey, we go out, play our hardest, and hopefully just get the win.
Talk about DJO's progression. First 4 games, just kind of there, all of a sudden, really burst upon those scenes in those 3 games down in Orlando.
I think he's a really good player. I think he was slowed in the 6 weeks that he was out. He missed a lot of reps, and not just reps that he needs like every other player needs, but he missed the timing and all of the things associated with playing with our guys. And I think that he was somewhat timid at times in the first 4 games. And I think that because of the reps in games and the reps in practice, he's just become more confident. I think he's a really talented player. I think he's similar to Jimmy. I think that Jimmy came here with 3 years to play. DJO came here with 3 years to play. And I think that they both have a very high ceiling. I don't think either one of them have reached it yet. And I think that every day, whether we play a game or not, they're getting a little bit better. And I think that their confidence grows because of the success that they're having from their work.
NC State, a team without their best player, and then coming off of a loss to Northwestern. What is there in NC State?
I think they're really good.
Teams.
Yeah, I think they're really good. I think that 23 inside is unlike anybody we've played. We've played some big guys. We haven't played as big a strong a guy that's as mobile, that can score as many points per minute as he can. 31 is kind of the perfect complement to him. He's a really skilled face-up four, and on the perimeter they're really athletic. I haven't had a chance to completely study them. I have watched the Northwestern and the Auburn and the Akron games thus far. They run a lot of the same things that they did last year in regards to their style of play. It's almost like an NBA game. They're going to run a set play almost every possession. I think Coach Lowe does a great job with that. And we'll have our hands full just from matchup standpoint.
Compare 23 to Love, what you saw in Xavier.
Yeah, I think 23 is more athletic. 23 is not quite as big as Love, but as far as their production, I think that it could be similar.
So many new players this year already dealing with injury problems. The team's still finding their identity. How would you assess the performance down in Florida overall? 2-1's a pretty good record to come out with, but how would you assess the whole trip?
Well, I thought the trip was successful for a lot of reasons. I do wish that we would have scored one more point, but I think that our team is getting better. Are we where we need to be as of today? In some ways, yes. Do we need to get better? For sure. I think that, we kind of adjusted to the loss of Junior because it happened before practice. And then Chris goes down the day before we play South Dakota. And so yesterday was the first time we practiced since the day Chris broke his foot. Because in that 8-day period, we played 4 games. And so I think our guys have adjusted on the fly. I don't think our timing is great offensively at all times. But I think we're doing a really good job of passing the ball to the first open man. And I think we're putting pressure on the defense in regards to how fast we're playing. I think that we've got to find a balance of when we don't score fast, that we can get the ball reverse side, top side, and then get a paint touch. Too often against Florida State in the last 9 minutes, we didn't do that. And I think our guys are beginning to figure out that when we shoot it fast on one end, that probably means we got to guard longer on the other end. And I think that because of how we're playing, I think we're doing a pretty good job defensively. We've got to learn to finish possessions with rebounds. That'll be something we'll fight all year long. But, considering all that has transpired, and we have 10 healthy players, and we're trying to continue to get better.